We're setting up another PD happy hour. It's been a long time since we've had one, so we're very excited to start that one up. And we're going to have the family band at that one again. So I had to make sure we go to the right place with the right people at the right time. So that's coming. You may notice there's only 3 members of CHE here today. That's because it's Dylan's birthday this week. For Dylan, it's his birth week. So we wish Dylan a happy birthday. Happy birth week. We hope you're doing well.
That's it.
Great.
Good, man.
Thanks for the yearly recap, though.
Hey, Dylan's not here, so somebody's got to make up for it. You know?
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to yet another CHE Weekly Recap, in which CHE recaps their week. And, if you'll notice, we have a very special guest here today who we'll introduce in due course. But first, if you don't remember, CHE is your Florida injury law firm. So if you need help with injuries from other people's negligence, you know who to call. Now, let's turn to our very special guest, a repeat guest, actually. We're happy to have you back, Mr. Patrick Wilson. Patrick is a friend of ours from the Public Defender's Office who's a great lawyer, and actually he and I went to high school together as well. He's currently got his own law firm, criminal defense, the Patrick Wilson Law Firm, and as far as I can tell, he's kicking ass and taking names. So if you got any criminal issues, this is the guy to talk to. So he's going to tell us a little bit about what he did this week, and you know the drill. We're going to talk about what we did. So John Sullivan, what'd you get into this week, man?
I see. I thought you were going to talk to Pat. No, for me, actually, this week I had some sort of odds and ends that I needed to, like training videos, things like that for the associates that I needed to really just get done. New policies that we were implementing. I needed to update it, some things like that. So, baseline stuff. But what was cool is I actually got to take a dive back into some casework. We have a case that it's a pretty interesting higher value case that we're co-counseled up with another law firm on. So it's been cool to kind of take a brief step away from the business stuff and kind of go back to the roots of why we all started this stuff in the beginning. I also have another client that I've been neglecting. But we'll talk about that another day. But anyway, yeah, it's cool to kind of get back into the research, and really right now we're just trying to get this thing off the ground, get the plane filed, but it's taking a lot more time than I expected. I don't know if that's because I'm rusty or if really it's because it's a heavier task than I thought, but that's taking up a lot of my time this week. But yeah, that's pretty much all I've been up to. Pat, hand this to Igor. What have you been up to, Igor? So good, bro.
Pat, what you been up to this week, man?
So at the end of last week, I had, and I know that wasn't the question that was asked, but
answer whatever question you want to answer.
At the end of last week, I had 2 detention hearings, 2 days. For those of you that don't know, there was a new law.
You got detention?
I got a lot of detention, but that was in high school. No, there's these mandatory detention hearings where on certain charges, the state attorney's office now has to move to have someone detained out bond and have a hearing right away. And I've fortunately been able to take advantage of it because rather than waiting a month to have a bond hearing in the past on these type of charges, I've had the detention hearing within 5 days, and I had 2 last week. And in both those cases, those clients got bond and got out much, much quicker. So, with every adversity, there's opportunity. And I was able to take that situation and get these people back to their home sooner, back to their jobs quicker, and that means a lot. Other than that, I had another first appearance hearing or a bond hearing in which they could have moved for detention, and in this situation, which was this morning, they actually agreed to a bond, even though they're not supposed to under the new law, so it's another person who's getting home. So that's the kind of the legal side of it. The other side is I've changed how I approach my workday, where now I'm trying to be in the office and working from 6 to 9 every morning, working on stuff that I need to be done within the office. Because what if, for whatever reason, for me, they've been the most productive hours of the day, and it allows me to get off earlier, get home to my son and my family sooner, and I've been having dividends already. That's it.
Great.
Good, man.
Thanks for the yearly recap, though.
Hey, Dylan's not here, so somebody's got to make up for it. So this week for me, it's been mostly recruiting and onboarding. So we had somebody basically quit on Monday. Just kind of like overnight, no warnings. Hey, I'm out.
How much notice did they give?
0 days notice, which, by the way, is a CHG first. Nobody's ever done that before. So kind of impressive. Think about it.
Effective immediately.
Effective immediately. And, it is what it is. And so now that recruiting efforts will resume. Good news is that we're set up in a way that we have a lot of redundancy, and it's not a things are on fire now kind of situation. It is still kind of annoying because you think like, okay, I'm done recruiting for a little bit, this and that, and then it happens again. So for that, it happens again, then this happens, and then we have to recruit again. But anyway, so did that. And then we're recruiting another case manager. We are in the process of hiring another lawyer So the 2 lawyers we have right now are doing great, but we need more lawyers because our volume has increased significantly. And so if you're not soft, if you work hard and you care about your clients, give me a call. We can talk. So did that.
If you like putting 6 in a box.
If you like putting 6 members of the community in a box, then give me a ring. We'll talk.
Once every 2 years.
Yeah. And then the other thing, I'm onboarding. So last week we had made a decision, maybe 2 weeks ago, we made a decision to replace the management in one of the departments. So the person who's now taking over, they're onboarding this week. She's doing great. Funnily, she is half of the team that got hired, a couple months ago. So the person that quit overnight, she was one of 2. The other person's doing fantastic. So, you hit big one time and you take a big miss the other time. So that's life. I'm trying to settle a case for a client and we're so close, but been back and forth and I can't reach the guy on the phone and he can't reach me and it's been kind of complicated, but should have it wrapped up next week. Awesome, because he really needs it and it's a good settlement that we're trying to put on the table. So we'll see how it goes. But yeah, that's pretty much it. That's all I did. What did you do, bro?
So I'm gonna pull a Pat Wilson and not answer the question that was asked. Last week I took a couple of days off because I needed it. I've been working hard and I felt the burnout coming. So I took a couple of days off and I read a long science fiction book and hung with the family, and that's it. It was great. It was the trilogy. It was a third of a trilogy. It was a third. It was the sequel to the sequel to the 3 Body Problem. It was called Death's End. It was excellent. Really dark, but really, really good. So it was written by a Chinese guy. He actually said some stuff against the government, which we frown upon generally in the CCP. So Igor, the CDR, he's coming in. He's going to make sure that kind of shit doesn't happen in the future. If you know, you know. Well, his middle name is Ilyich. I don't know if you knew that. Anyhow, so I came back after that 4-day weekend feeling really good. And so this week I've been putting together a new role for intake to help me things done, because I have a lot of ideas for things that can improve that department, but not a lot of execution. So I'm bringing somebody to make that execution happen. And so we're making sure that when that person comes in, they have a runway to go and do the damn thing. So everything will be laid out. They'll have the training right in front of them, and it'll be theirs to win or to lose, so to speak. And so I'm excited about that. And then other than that, we're setting up another PD happy hour. It's been a long time since we've had one, so we're very excited to start that one up. And we're gonna have the family band at that one again. So I had to make sure we go to the right place with the right people at the right time. So that's coming. Thanks, dude. Appreciate you. And last is that you may notice there's only 3 members of CHE here today. That's because it's Dylan's birthday this week. And so some people have birthdays, some people have birth months, some people have birth weeks. My mother, for example, has birth months. For her birth month, fucking it's all off. For Dylan, it's his birth week. So we wish Dylan a happy birthday, happy birth week. We hope you're doing well. Anybody have any closing remarks? This video is going to be unusually short because somebody. Anybody have anything they want to add? Oh, one more thing. You. Yep.
I'm trying to push back on that a little bit.
Yeah. Let's take a deep dive into that. I feel like I shouldn't have gone that far. I kind of burned the boats a little bit. I shouldn't have. I should have kept it moving on all cylinders. And with those platitudes being done, cheers to the week before. Cheers to the week ahead.
Gotta burn the boats a little bit.